Tonight, Peter is going to call us something we don't often think of ourselves as. And Bishop Sheen is going to say something about silence that we probably need to hear more than we want to admit. In our Thursday evening reading from the first letter of Peter, moving to chapter 2, we hear, "Beloved, like newborn infants, long for pure spiritual milk, so that through it you may grow into salvation. For you have tasted that the Lord is good. Come to him, a living stone, rejected by human beings, but chosen and precious in the sight of God. And, like living stones, let yourselves be built into a spiritual house, to be a holy priesthood, to offer spiritual sacrifices, acceptable to God, through Jesus Christ." Here, Peter is telling us what we actually are in front of God. No matter how long we have been at this, no matter what we have figured out or think we have figured out, we are still hungry, still being fed in his sight. And maybe that lands tonight in a particular way, because by the time the evening gets quiet like this, most of the posture we carry through the day finally drops. The version of us that has to know things, manage things, hold things together, that falls away, and what's left underneath is something simpler. Someone who just needs the Lord to be good, who has tasted it before and wants to taste it again. Then Peter does something that should stop us. He calls us living stones, being built into a spiritual house. He is not describing the church as an institution somewhere out there. He is describing us, you and me, built into something we cannot see from where we are standing, but real and held together by Christ himself. The cornerstone. Peter continues, "You are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people of his own, so that you may announce the praises of him who called you out of the darkness into his wonderful light. Once you were no people, but now you are God's people. You had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy. A royal priesthood. That is what we are. Not in the ordained sense, of course. That belongs to the priests who give us the sacraments. But there is a priesthood that belongs to every baptized soul, and it is real, and it is ours. Every act of love offered today, every quiet moment of patience, every prayer whispered while doing the dishes, every small suffering accepted without complaint. These are sacrifices we have offered, whether we knew it or not. The whole day, when we hand it to him, becomes something he can receive. And then that line, "You had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy." Most of us have been a version of that line in our own story. There was a before, there is a now. Something shifted, somewhere along the way, and we know the difference even if we can't always explain it. Tonight the church gives us Psalm 100 to carry alongside these words, and it says it plainly. Come with joy into the presence of the Lord. Not because we have arrived, because he made us. His we are, and his kindness endures forever. That's what we walk into when we walk toward him, the end of a day. And Peter ends with something that fits this hour. Beloved, I urge you as aliens and sojourners to keep away from worldly desires that wage war against the soul. Maintain good conduct among the Gentiles, so that if they speak of you as evildoers, they may observe your good works and glorify God on the day of visitation. Aliens and sojourners, that is what we are. Passing through. Not the citizens of this place, even when we love it, even when our whole lives are arranged around it. Something in us knows we are made for somewhere else. And every once in a while, in a quiet moment like this one, we feel the homesickness of it. That is not sadness. That is a sign. We were never meant to be fully satisfied here. Hello, friends, it's Aaron. Welcome to the Sacred Heart family, where we pray together, walk with the saints, and reflect on the gospel every day. If this evening's reflection brings you peace, please like and subscribe. As we prepare our hearts for rest, we now turn to the wisdom of Bishop Fulton Sheen. To make progress, the world must have action, but it must also know why it is acting. And that requires thought, contemplation, and silence. Sheen had a way of saying something obvious that we would have somehow managed to forget. Action without knowing why we are acting is just motion. And motion can fill a whole life without ever taking us anywhere. We can be busy for decades and arrive at the end with the strange sense that we miss something we cannot quite place. What he is pointing at, of course, is silence. And we are not great at silence. Even now at the end of the day, there is a pull toward one more thing. The phone, the screen, the noise that fills the space, so we don't have to sit in it. But that space is where he speaks. The contemplation is where the why gets clarified. Without it, we keep moving, but we forget what we are moving toward. Tonight, you are in a small piece of that silence, right now. Just listening, just sitting, just letting the words settle. This is the contemplation Sheen meant. The willingness to stop for a few minutes and let him remind us what the day was for. Not what got crossed off the to-do list. What it was truly for. I invite you to share your intentions in the comments of the video so that the Sacred Heart family may walk with you in faith and charity. Please join me in our Catholic evening prayers, uniting our hearts to the Church's May devotion to the Blessed Virgin Mary. Click the link in the pinned comment now, and I'll see you there. Please visit our new home, sacredheartpreciousblood.com. The homepage is designed as our prayer hub, reflections, prayers, and rosaries, all in one easy-to-use place. God bless.